Welcome to Culture Media. We are launching the second episode of Pretty Intelligent Women's Panel. It is April 24th, 2026 at 8:07 p.m. EST, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're here. So, where are the ladies? We are going to talk about some heavy topics tonight. The link is pinned for those that are going to join the conversation. I definitely want to remind the audiences. Women hold about 24% of national parliamentary seats and 6.3% of top international leadership positions. Our influence is rising. While some argue female leadership brings increased collaboration and different perspectives, power remains largely male dominated. So, this is the strategy for the women's panel. The Pretty Intelligent Women's Panel is to talk about a few topics on topic, going around the round table, and ultimately finding solutions. So please like, share, and subscribe this video. Share this out, and we will get started momentarily for the Pretty Intelligent Women's Panel. Hush. Let's go. Smash it.
Young, you made this?
Smash it. Smash it. Thank you guys for joining me. I see some people are late as usual. The link is pinned, and we are going to get this party started with our reminder from the episode 1 The 12 female archetypes. This is the Queen Mother Warrior edition. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Queen development, the Warrior development, and of course, the Mother development. Women need to be more in their feminine energy, and our panels, the Pretty Intelligent Women's panels, offer that. So we're waiting for the other guests to come, but I just wanted to post this reminder of the 12 female archetypes: the queen, the mother, the warrior, the priestess, the lover, the wise woman, the wanderer, the muse, the heroine, the rebel, the trickster, the healer. So these 12 archetypes, I always start the show off with asking the ladies who join the panel which or all of these 12 female archetypes resonates with your character, your personality, your spirit. And they, we identify with them and start the conversation. So, of course, we're going to continue that, format. But first, I want to get into why this panel is so important. Okay. This panel is very important for the women, not only to support each other, but to sharpen ideas and gain support for those ideas. We have a lot of male dominated content creators on YouTube from all tiers. And what's interesting to me is very few women are in those lanes with those big content creators that just happen to be men. I think it has a lot to do with women supporting women and getting over that jealousy hump that kind of curses our community because people are so insecure with themselves and they don't have really the support from other people because it shows. You know what I mean? So no one wants to support someone who's ratchet, someone who doesn't have great character, someone who they don't trust. That's why I really focus my brand on developing community trust. How else are you going to build your business? Right? So you can't be a liar, you can't be a scammer. And a lot of people accuse a lot of people on this apparatus and actually all over social media of those stigmas. And it really can hurt a business. So I like to nip things in the bud before the fire, starts taking off. Um, Loving yourself is really important, and having what you consider self confidence, self esteem goes a long way, especially in these spaces, right? But it goes away in a long way in life. People can see through someone who doesn't have natural confidences. You have to love yourself, ladies. And if you don't love yourself, you will never, ever, ever be able to love anyone else, especially contribute positively to the community. So take a look at this uh, clip that I want to play for you guys. And we exercise the Fair Use Act. Okay? This is all in the name of research, information, purposes. We exercise the Fair Use Act. Let's go. Check this uh, video out. I think it resonates with me in light of, looking at the dynamics of relationships between women on this planet. Let's go.
The more you love yourself, the quicker you will cut a motherfucker off like a light switch. Anybody for that matter, a fake ass friend, draining ass relatives, it don't matter. Cause when you love yourself, you gonna protect your peace. When you love yourself, you only gonna deal with people who know how to love you the way that you love yourself.
So, do you guys Ladies and gentlemen, agree with that? Hmm? When you love yourself, you treat people and you treat and train people how to treat you. If you have good character, strong integrity, it shows. And it really, that light kind of dampens people who are lesser. You could see it through how their eyes are, the way they talk, the way they walk, what they say in response in conversations, everything. You just got to be cognitive of your environment. And a lot of women choose to ignore a lot of moments, symbols. So it brings a lot of demise with women. We're natural nurturers, but we should have high discernment, especially in these climates. Women have 1 out of 3 women are said to be unalived by their partners. Ain't that something? 1 out of 3 women. So just if you look at the metrics of it all, that's a lot of women that's being harmed. Smash it. Hey, BG, smash it. I'm en route, but I'm pushing to come over. Yes, BG, I know everyone is always late to the women's panel. I think I'm going to start making the Pretty Intelligent Women's panel like 10 p.m. so it gives everyone time to get home from work and settle down with their families and everything. But it's okay. I'm looking forward. I'll be here. I have a lot to talk about without you ladies. But when you get here, I allow you to speak and flush out all of your ideas. So I guess this first hour is usually my time to talk about things that proceeds after, like the topics of violence against women, things like that. So that is going to be a topic that we're going to talk about. The 1 out of 3 women being unalived by their counterparts. Whoa. Remember when the statistics was like 1 out of 15? Now it's 1 out of 3. You don't think we're going to talk about that? Mm-mm. We're also going to delve into content from last episode, episode 1. I had a guest that was in a chat that I did not ignore. I saw this comment on replay. I was trying to navigate the panel and glance at the chat, but I appreciate Sean Davy Way stopping by, and he posed a question in that comment that I missed that is going to lead with another topic for the women's panel. Here it is. I told them that I was going to do this, and we absolutely are. So from episode 1, Sean Davy Way stopped in and said, "Hi, Trish, Mika, Clyde." This is how I knew that Mika probably referred or shared me out, and I do appreciate that. But the question was, I have a question. Do the women in your sector support the men that bash women because they agree with them, or too afraid to protect other women? This question goes back to support. If you don't like someone, you don't like someone. It doesn't matter what gender you are, right? However, I see a commonality in women just not supporting other women and business. And when you listen to the reasons, there really aren't any reasons. So it leads me to it going back to being insecure with themselves, being a hater, not wanting to see another woman outshine them. And those that do make waves, those that do make accomplishments, they don't want to reach back and help because they don't want the competition. So we're going to talk about both angles, like why women don't support women and why other women don't reach back, successful women don't reach back to assist and support other women that are trying to get ahead for their families. It's a lot of layers to this live stream. Okay. Uh we are going to get into the main meat and potatoes of who on the panel truly supports the No Dragging Kids campaign. And I want the ladies to give me a reason why. Even if they didn't sign the petition from 2019, 2020, I definitely want to hear from the ladies' perspectives on the No Dragging Kids campaign. Please like, share, and subscribe. Smash that like button. Thank you guys for being here. Let's talk about the No Dragging Kids campaign. I also want to talk about Jay Dunn. I wanted to touch on Jay Dunn because she had a lot of commentary and choice words about WA and creating and leading the No Dragging Kids campaign and my reasons for starting the campaign. Well, at least their reasons so it can make her commentary look and sound better. But I'm going to touch on that right after this commercial break. Smash that like button, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Hush.
Love has truly been good to me. Not even one sad day, a minute have had since you come my way. I hope you know how gladly go. Anywhere you take me, it's so amazing to be loved. I follow you to the moon and sky above. Ooh, I go.
Smash it. Smash it. So let's get into Jay Dunn's commentary while we wait on the other ladies, shall we? And smash it for the Pretty Intelligent Women's panel. I don't know where these ladies are, but woo, they're always late. We got to get better. Jay Dunn was right about that. But she was inaccurate about almost everything in her commentary regarding the No Dragging Kids campaign. So let's talk about it. She said that I created this campaign because I had a personal endeavor, according to her, against the 14 content creators on the petition. I didn't know them at all. I knew of their content. Some of them I'm familiar with, and many of them that I didn't. We had a team, a research team, and people that I hired within the community to flag videos or source videos to the rest of the team that was guilty of these offenses. Jay Dunn, amongst many others, were kind of complacent when it came down to the seriousness of the No Dragging Kids campaign. They were adamant to still do content dragging children on the World Wide Web. And the only reason why they started, it wasn't really because of the petition and all of their information that they put out. See, everyone back in the day used to have YouTube channels, and they're real government names. And you know what else they used to do? They used to celebrate their birthdays every day on live. And you know what else they do? They would big up their set, the city and state they lived in. A lot of people did that back in the day, but it was very sloppily done when they started to engage in dragging kids activity because it made it easy for everyone to in the team to gather up data and said, well, you know, this was it. And Jay Dunn knows this. Jay Dunn absolutely knows this truth. Another commonality that all of these offenders back in the day had for the No Dragging Kids, not only were their channels and their real government names, they took it further. They always doxed themselves. You know why? Because they were preparing to dox other people, and that was leverage for them. So being neutral outside of the chaos, we watched and we warned. We definitely gave warning before the petition came. We would tell people, and they gave us the ass to kiss. We do what we want. This is our platform, which it wasn't. It's Google YouTube's, right? And they didn't know what lobbying and politics with governmental agencies meant for this campaign. And they didn't take it seriously until the YouTube guidelines started changing. They didn't start changing until New York City mayor started becoming a content creator and talking about the mental health of children on social media. He named 5 social media apps, and for every app, $100 million lawsuit against the app owners if they didn't change their regulations. The Federal Trade Commission also got involved. That's why YouTube guidelines are forever changing. They're on their ass. Okay. So it started with my organization and other organizations that I collaborated with, and it went through the right channels, and the government took over that petition. But the message is still and forever will be the same. If Google YouTube didn't tell you we don't want this on our platforms, naturally, these small-minded, low-frequency adults, and we're going to call them that, would still be dragging kids today. So that's why I like to go political to get things done. Because low-hanging fruit will always listen to their master, the government, Google, things like that. You know what I'm saying? They would never listen to me and the reasons why they shouldn't be doing it naturally, because they lack moral compass. Now, I've never wavered. I never changed my stripes. I've never ever changed my character. I can't be anyone else at the age that I am. These young kids want to flip it up. Oh, it's like a sinner. They want to sin until they're saved. You know what I mean? Let me get all these sins out before I turn my life over to the Lord, because I can't do this sin anymore. So it gives me those teas dealing with these people in these marginalized spaces. I choose not to engage that type of commentary. The only reason why I'm responding is because she wanted me to admit of doxing those 14 content creators. So I did, and I took ownership of it, and I said I'll do it again and again and again. But truth be told, they doxed themselves and then blamed me because I sent their shit to the government. Posted up on a website. And yes, Jay Dunn, it was innovative. Or all these other people coming out with websites. I didn't do that. Everything I did was through the right channels and legal. Okay? And if Jay Dunn feels like these people were scared to death by this petition and being posted on a website with their government names in the state, even though they got on their panels on YouTube and said it over and over and over again. And sometimes they had it in their names and birthday parties how do you dox someone that dox themselves publicly? This is what I mean by slow bus gangster of Jadon. It doesn't make sense. But she said something interesting that stuck with me, which I said, you know what, I'm going to include her commentary into this Pretty Intelligent Women's panel because it's necessary to talk about. She said, since this campaign, there's a plethora of OGs that left the platform because they didn't want to deal with what I had going on with the No Dragging Kids campaign and the petition and governmental agencies and things like that. Well, you know what that tells me? That tells me that they were really into nefarious activity. Who runs, leaves YouTube, go in hiding after they would drag kids, unless they were into really deep things and they don't want to be found? Because there are many people that, drag kids, lack moral compass, bums, ratchet, and you see them on the platform still. Their behaviors have changed, obviously, but they're still here. The ones that left, it's ironic, like L. Teddy, before this No Dragging Kids campaign, and he was one of the offenders, he already was in the paper, in the news, with sexual activity dealing with a minor. So, of course, he would leave. This is the second time that he was put on Front Street for his behavior. And he thought being on YouTube back then, he could hide. No, there's not too many places you can hide when you are a child predator. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's exactly what he is, but if it walks like a dog and it quacks like a dog, it's a duck. No? So, the last point, hey, youngest, the young, smash it. I want also to talk on this last point and talking point that Jadon made. She says, well, there's two. She says people didn't fuck with her back then. No, they didn't. They just started to accept Jadon. Jadon said that OGs don't mess with me. That's why I have low numbers. I don't get support from people, and because I did this No Dragging Kids campaign. That's what she said. This rewriting history thing has to stop with these weirdos. I've always been popular. I've always gotten numbers when I wanted to do beef sector content. This is a new channel, new branding, new shows, new everything. Stuff for the chair. So it's going to take time to build outside of the toxic sector algorithms. But we will still discuss things that have attached messaging to them, like this, Jadon's commentary. It has major messaging to it. She basically said that I wasn't accepted by the OGs. Who? I've been here before Jay Dunn. I've been here before everyone. I mean, everybody. You hear me? Everybody. I'm not talking about just as a subscriber, as a content creator. Everybody. So before Jay Dunn, I was here. Me. Even VS said it. VS told you guys this. So that's number one. Jay Dunn was blackballed from every panel for I don't know how long in the beef sector. They kept buying her down. And it was very humiliating for years. Even with my No Dragging Kids campaign, they didn't do that to me. I actually created the drop down gang with another OG, Jay Wilson. Remember that, Jada? Me. Everything I create kind of catches on. You called me an innovator. I'm truly innovative. Wasn't those your words? Thank you. I accept that too. I believe that now. You can't hide from yourself. I know who I am. Unfortunately, some of you haven't discovered your higher selves yet. You know? Maybe soon. Maybe never. I don't know. Especially when someone's questioning the importance of the No Dragging Kids campaign and they're making it personal. Like Jay Dunn, I had a vendetta against Jay Dunn. No, I didn't have a vendetta. She was one of the most irrelevant people in this space at one time. She annoyed people to the point where they did not want her around for years. See, they never did that to me because I'm a true OG. I actually am invited in spaces. Even after the No Dragging Kids campaign. Everybody wants to hear what I think and what I want to say. What I have to say. Where Jay Dunn has to pay to play. I've never had to pay to play. Now, so let's talk about the last point that I wanted to make. Jay Dunn says that I'm amazing, truly amazing to her. Well, I think she's very interesting. She could be intelligent. But I truly wanted to support Jay Dunn from the very beginning, since that ratchet ass funeral VS did for her. Virtual funeral. She did to insult Jay Dunn's mom and family and all of that. It was demonic. That's when I went over to Jay Dunn's free conference call to call in to offer support, and she didn't want it. She thought I was down with VS. She always has misjudgment, misconceptions. She's a little lost, even as a Virgo. And no matter how ratchet she can be, no matter how volatile she could be and gangster, I've never been afraid of Jay Dunn. And she knows it. I'm like Jay Dunn times 1,000. But I'm more contained. And I'm not as reactionary. I'm aware of my environment. I'm aware at who picks on me and who says certain things. And they don't know a person like me. If I'm on your radar, you know you're on mine if you're fucking with me, right? So the last thing I wanted to say, Jay Dunn, I absolutely don't trust you. I don't trust you even though I'm amazing and all of this. You seem to have some vengefulness towards me, even though you want to support me. You do. It's because you know that I see through not only you, but a lot of you motherfuckers. You're a wounded little girl still. And I guess the higher person, the higher frequency of me, wanted to support you as a woman. Catch y'all. Pretty intelligent. From day one, always wanted to support Jay Dunn. And she repelled the support up until recently. And now she's calling me amazing and she thinks I'm out to get. I don't even think about Jay Dunn, but now I am. She's on my radar. I don't trust her. She's bringing up this No Dragging Kids campaign as if I would deny the process. How do you make money in a space on YouTube in marginalized sectors where they're doing the unthinkable? So my mind and my mindset was always on business, always on productivity in these spaces. That's what real original gangsters do, not knockoff OGs that just couple and copy what the original creative beings are. You guys got VS, James, Sean Bradley, but y'all know how I give it up, and I don't give it up because my juice is rich. I don't beef. I never did that. I never went back and forth. I never did what other people did, but they were shocked to see that not only I can match their negative energy, I could take it to 20 levels up. That's why you should always be aware that anyone could be watching you. Anyone could be on the internet assessing your behaviors and strategizing. Yes, it was shocking that it came from me because I never beef with anyone. But they realized I meant it. And they realized that I not only stood 10, 20 toes down on it, I doubled down by relaunching the campaign and putting more people on. I ain't got time for that. So YouTube guidelines has caught up to my, as Jay Dunn would say, innovative thinking. Okay, that's how it usually happens. You know? Well, there's more where that came from. Don't push me. I'm very seasoned but methodical with the things that I execute. I don't have to rush. I don't need validation, no matter what is said. When it's time, it's time. And it was time to launch that No Dragging Kids campaign way before the YouTube Streets Awards, because YouTube Streets Awards is actually the reason why I'm doing all of this. One of the main reasons. It kind of pivoted now. I see the vision of AI technology. I see the vision of business systems and women working together to build them. That's why we're doing the Pretty Intelligent Women's Panel. Hey, swag, smash it. Some people don't believe that women can come together and work, plan, talk, create, build empires. They're doing it all the time. But in these spaces, it's few and far between, right? A lot of people say, oh, it's a great idea. They don't support you. We have very few people in here. They're always late. They were like an hour late last time. Hopefully, 1 hour. We had a dynamic panel for the episode 1. I wasn't planning being more than 2 hours. for this one. So we'll see. Smash that like button. Let's go. Commercial break.
Young Oasis. Young Oasis.
So we're almost at 50 minutes. 50 minutes. And Beachy is the only one that said she was not available yet to come over. She was also someone that I recently invited. I don't know what is going on. But what do you think I'm going to do? Just sit here? Mm-mm. I'm actually going to leave this up. Look, looky here. One of the topics, the first topic was a cultural topic. It was supposed to be a 20 minutes discussion on is it hard for women to support women on YouTube as much as they do men? That was the first topic we were going to broach. We're going to save it for episode 3 because I personally, I can't just wait. I can't wait. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to maybe invite women who are more professional, like the banner, because maybe my approach of inviting women in these spaces were a reach. The first episode was good, but going out of these spaces, I invited other people from other sectors, and they're not showing up. So I guess we're going to keep this show going and just charge this for there really isn't much support in these spaces. You know what I'm saying? For other women, unless they're behind the scenes and, I can't save the world. I'm not trying to, but I really thought the group of women I invited for this week would at least show up, even if they're late. This is not late. This is not fashionably late. This is really late. So an hour wait, and no one's in the chat. No, we're going to be ending this a hard 1 hour. Hey, ATL gal, how are you? Smash it. I'm trying. I okay. I see more people coming in, but I'm about to end it a hard 1 hour. Somebody better hit this panel and let's get this party started and this conversation. Somebody. I talked about all of my earlier topics to hold the place while people get home, get unpacked. I understand it's Friday. I'm going to start doing the episodes later, like 10 p.m. So it gives everybody time to, maybe grab a glass of wine, chillax, whatever. But 7, 8 p.m., I think it's too early. I really do. So we're going to push it out next time. But again, this is going to be a hard 1 hour show if no one hits the link. I promise you, I'm not. Y'all got me. No. I need action. I need movement. Plus, these serious topics need to be discussed with women who actually want to see change. If they're coming with negative attitudes and things like that, I don't want that energy around me. Those days are over. I'm really trying to showcase the better version of who I truly am. And I want to, influence other people to be in their highest self and be the better version they could be. But it just doesn't seem that they want to make that change right now because they're comfortable with being in the space that they're in. And I can't help that. So I did talk. I did address a lot of things, you know. So it was great content from my standpoint, but it wasn't a woman's panel. You know what I'm saying? No. I don't know why um, it's so hard for people to see the importance of being genuine and coming together. Oh. I wanted to talk about something. Everyone is bringing up R and Y. I never had a problem with R and Y. She obviously has a problem with me, and this is a clear example of what I mean by, you know, I don't know what's going on with her, but I'm on a wave right now, and I don't want to have negative energy stop my flow. She's supposed to be a Christian. She's supposed to be walking in love and light. I don't feel it, and I don't see it, and I'm not a Christian. But I know good people, good energy, good spirit. She's not. So I am not opposed of working and collaborating with R and Y, but she needs to get out of whatever she got going on internally, maybe her personal life. I don't know what it is, but I feel it. It's the fakest shit ever, and it's obvious to me. So just like women should have discernment against their mates, their people they get into relationships with, or marry, you definitely have to have that same discernment with the people you surround yourself, work with, associate with. I don't have any problem with her, but in order for us to be even successful on a minor scale of communication, it's not me. I checked. See, I'm always taking accountability, but it seems like other women want to stay stuck, and I ain't got time. Okay? She keeps constantly attacking me from whatever I got going on. Secret Island vacation, attacking me. Ro, she's supposed to be big baller. She ain't paid for nothing yet. I thought she was going to send Ro. She got on Ro's platform. Oh, other women have enough money to send you on a vacation. When are you going to send him on a vacation? Never. Second thing with Maya, had nothing to do with her. She and Envy tried to just throw me all the way under the bus, and I didn't do anything wrong. And Maya knew it. Lemon knew it. Everyone knew it. I was the only one uber professional. The only one. Now, this women's panel, she asked me, I accepted, and instead, she had Ness. So she doesn't want my support. I'm going to just continue to do my own thing and just soar. I'm, intelligent enough to know when someone just doesn't like you for whatever reason. And that's her problem, not mine. I could care less what she feels about me. But this suggestion of working with R&Y keeps coming up all the time for the pretty intelligent panel, and I don't see why. ATL says, with all due respect, anyone who constantly says Christian, I know what you're about to say before I read it, I give them a second look. Me too. Me too. Some people use that to make themselves seem uplifted. If you have discernment, you can see right through it. Absolutely, ATL, girl. Absolutely. And that's my point. You wrote it so eloquent. She doesn't act like a Christian. And I've never had any animosity towards her, any ill will. But she keeps like, and then laughing it off. I'm a Christian. Hallelujah, girl. Better get out of here with that. So yeah, I agree. Um, just like Ness, just like Dragons, just like RNY, those type of women that try to hide what's really going on in their heart, in their spirit, in their soul, and it just, you could see it. Something's not right there. When you are complete, it shows. When you really have and walk in love and light, it shows. You don't have to keep saying it. You don't need validation. It just shows. And that's why I try not to give these women too much energy, because I could really read them. And it's not necessary. When they get to that point, they'll get to that point. I don't need to tear them down if they're going through something. I'm just giving you my reasons of why I gave RNY a little bit. And then I said, okay, girl, have a good day. You know? Outside of that, I don't see why we both can't exist and we both can't be successful. I'm in a whole nother lane, and she's in another lane. I definitely don't attach religion to anything I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't lead with that. It's never a good way. Ooh, you said Envy snatched the mask off of her and she doesn't even know it? Mm. Well, she'll figure it out, I'm sure. Thank you guys. It's a hard 1 hour. I appreciate you ladies who intended on coming, although you're late. Join me for episode 3 in 2 weeks. Pretty Intelligent Women's Panel. This wasn't a panel. It was more like a regular show. But I did enjoy speaking to you guys. And I'm looking forward to collaborating with women, even with their differences, even with opposing opinions. I'm looking forward to collaborating with those women who are open to discuss real heavy topics and look forward to solutions. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you in 2 weeks for the next episode 3, a Pretty Intelligent Women's Panel. I guess I'm the host and the only pretty intelligent panelist that showed up today on time. But we're going to get it together, ladies and gentlemen. Don't give up on us now. I'm not giving up on the ladies. People have things to do. And I should have promoted a little bit more. I didn't. Okay? So, gotta get on it. See you next time.